when you're trying to build a community, when you're trying to sell in social media, you have to have an infrastructure that you alleviate all their pains, but at the same time, you're removing any friction that you have so that they feel understood and they don't worry about anything else. I help different personal brands to build their communities, to build trust and build their authority with their audiences. So what do we actually do? We build a sales funnel structure, which our goal is to attract our client, educate him, overcome his objections, convert them into a client of our product or service. Our stages are awareness, interest, consideration, conversion, and retention. And what we use to do all of these stages are Facebook and Instagram ads, a landing page, email sequences, community, and a delivery platform like WAP and others. I prefer WAP because it's new and there's a lot of things that there's been building inside the platform. So it's very good to attack with this type of business. In our top of the funnel, there's the awareness stage. Our objective is to capture attention and introduce the audience to you as the solution to his frustrations. Our first stage is the awareness stage. Our objective with this is to capture their attention and introduce the audience to you as the solution to his frustrations. Our ideal client is scrolling through social media and they're basically lost and looking for ways to better themselves in whatever they're looking to better. The content and the action that we are presenting them is through advertisement and organic content. So I like to do first organic content because if you go straight to the advertisement, people are going to be like, who is this guy? And they're going to go straight to your Instagram. And if you don't have at least 7 hours of content, they're not going to buy, or they're going to feel a little bit more skeptical. So the close in that one-on-one call or in that webinar is going to be more skeptical, and you're going to have not a fluent sell. So what we do is create more organic content, and then we retarget them using advertisement. Our next step, after we create that content, create that brand in social media, Instagram, X, whatever the social media, and YouTube too, whatever the social media you are presenting yourself at, the next step is to drive clicks to a landing page or a lead magnet. By doing this, we're providing free value that they can feel understood. If a person likes your content and they follow you and they have seen more than one piece of content, by producing 7 hours of content is a really nice stage. We can start to presenting the offers to the different clients, because this is all psychology. If a person sees you for more than 5 hours, as I said, 7 hours, they're going to understand more what you do. They're going to really understand that you do this and that's what you do. If you don't have that, then what's going to happen when you provide them an ad straight up? You can sell them 100%, but we are trying to build a community. We are trying to sell them for long periods of time. We're not just like trying to collect a one-time payment and that's it. We're trying to get them in a community or sell them different products so that you can build trust with them, educate them, and lead them so you can provide them your offer and they'll be willing to spend whatever the amount of money that you are presenting in your offer. That comes to our next stage, which is the MOFU, the middle of your funnel. This is the interest stage. This is when people are looking at your stuff and they're gaining interest. This person is trying to sell real estate info, and I'm trying to buy houses, wherever I am at. I'm trying to look for a person or a business that provides me exactly what I want. So in this stage, the objective is to build trust, to educate them, right? To educate the lead, and position your offer as unique by giving them immediate value. Here, the audience is curious, but a little bit hesitant, fearing another empty promise. This is why we create organic content. If we don't have organic content, that lead is going to see your page, is not going to see content where you are presenting yourself as an expert. And what does it happen? They leave, they consume other content, and they're probably going to go to your competitors. So it's very important that we create organic content, at least, as I said, 7 hours, because it builds trust. Our actions with this content is a lead magnet, it's a free offer, a landing page structure, and delivery. In the lead magnet, we offer with free value. So they start to, fall into your offer, fall into your funnels, and understand that what you do functions. After the lead magnet, there's a little bit of a back and forward between going into the content and then going into the ads or receiving the ads. When they receive the ads, they're going to be more hesitant on learning more about what you are trying to sell or what you are trying to provide them, so they understand that they need your products or services. When you give them your free value, your lead magnet, you're going to grab their contacts. You're going to grab their numbers. You're going to grab their emails. And after that, you can send them different emails or just like have a conversation with them without selling, so they understand that you are just trying to provide value and help them in whatever your industry is, whatever your product you're selling. This is when they enter the landing page. When they enter the landing page, they see what you are providing. They see your testimonials. They see your case studies. They see everything that puts you as an expert in that industry. And after that, we deliver. Our next step doing this is to collect emails and move to a nurturing via email sequence or Instagram DM sequences. This can vary because right now in social media, there's so many new tools that have been appearing every fucking week, so that you don't have to automatically have to relay on email sequences. You can go through Instagram DMs or X DMs, etc., through an automation. Like you don't have to spend time texting these people, texting these leads, because you don't know if that lead is going to convert. So you spend time on building a system, which this is why I am here. So you don't have to spend much time on doing the needle movement. We build a structure and a system that can nurture those leads, so you can later close them or get them into a call at least. We collect their emails, and then we move to a nurturing sequence. Our next stage is the MOFU part 2. The middle of the funnel part 2 is the consideration stage. Our objective here is to overcome their objections, deepen their trust, and warm your audience up to your irresistible offer. Our client profile: the lead has their guide, are intrigued, but wonders, is this really different, or can I do this? What we do is provide the email sequence, or email or IG DM sequence, 3 to 5 email over 7 days, or 3 to 5 DMs. Our first email or DM is a welcome and paying agitation. This is where we present ourselves as the help for them. Our second email is the story and authority. Here we can create a little bit of a story of how did you start it and how did you become the perfect solution to their problems. Then we offer a tease, where we tease a little bit, we provide free value, so that they feel like, oh, this is perfect for me. This hits this, and this is what I need in the moment. And in the fourth email is the objection handling. Here we provide the different jabs where we forget about the objections. People often, when they try to buy a product or a service, they often communicate different objections where they are trying to object the price or trying to object if you're the right business for them. We handle those objections through the conversation, and then we get them to a call, we get them to a webinar. Our next step is to drive to sales landing page. Here we convert those leads on our BOFU, the bottom of the funnel. Here the lead enters your whole infrastructure, where they get into a call, a one-by-one or a webinar, which you can close the sale by presenting your irresistible offer and making them easy to buy it. Here the lead is convinced you're legit, but needs a final push to act. Here we present them another landing page. Here they purchase, and you provide them an onboarding email. Remember, when you're trying to build a community, when you're trying to sell in social media, you have to have an infrastructure that you alleviate all their pains, but at the same time, you're removing any friction that you have between your lead or your client, in this case, in this stage, your client, so that they feel understood and they don't worry about anything else. A little story, back when I had my first big client, we had big problems when providing value to different leads because we didn't have an infrastructure that removed that friction. So it was very difficult to close those people because they were worried that we weren't legit. So if you have an infrastructure that is automatically providing all the value and removing all friction between payments, between receiving value, between communication, etc., that gives that lead another confirmation. If you don't have multiple confirmations, they're gonna say bye-bye and they're gonna go to the next personal brand. Why? Because today the attention spam is so low. I don't remember the exact percentage, but I think it's below 2%. That's insane. Like people, when they're scrolling on social media, they're not paying attention to absolutely nothing. And that follows up into your MOFU and into your BOFU. Your middle of the funnel and your bottom of the funnel. If you don't provide exactly what they need, not what they want, what they need, they're gonna go and they're gonna forget about you. Sure, they're gonna be inside your infrastructure, but it's gonna be so difficult to retain their attention because of what I said, attention spam. People nowadays, they don't pay attention to shit. So you gotta be very, very, very direct and very aware that they aren't paying much attention to what you're saying. So you gotta be on top of it. You gotta be on top of everything. And if you are providing crazy amounts of value and you're responding at the moment, this gives them another confirmation that you are on top of their needs. This is where the retention stage after the purchase, we deliver value, build loyalty, and upsell for future opportunities. Here, the lead is now a student, eager to learn and succeed. How? How our actions are gonna help them become successful or learn from your services or your brand through first onboarding email, of course, then the course delivery or the webinar delivery, etc., through a platform which provides them modules and bonuses and one-by-one calls, etc. The community engagement inside your platforms, you have to do weekly posts and provide success stories so that they understand that they're in a community that has been helping different people like them in the past, in the present, and they're going to do it in the future. And then you provide them an upsell opportunity where after 30 days or less, doesn't have to be 30 days, but it's good to have that interval of 30 days because they have to understand the information that you provide them. They have to act on that information, and after that, you can upsell them. Because if you upsell them right in the next week, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this person is just trying to sell me, and it's not providing the information, the education that I need to pass to the next step." And then the next step is turn the lead into a testimonial and repeat with other clients. This can help for new personal brands, but even better if you already have an audience. So if you are a personal brand and you already have been doing this for at least a year or 2 years, we can help you on automating and optimizing all of this process by being your right hand. So if you're interested in scaling your personal brand, write the word down here in the comments, scale. Let's build our relationship so we can start working together and you can scale your personal brand.